before you buy any robot, before you buy any trading robot or EA, you must first make sure that you see what I'm going to show you now. What happens is that you must tell whoever is selling you that robot to do this for you. So as you can see, this is a tester. I'm sure whoever will be selling that robot will know this. Request to see the performance of the robot from previous data. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select some useless robot that comes with MT4, MACD symbol, or let me do moving average. The date is here, 2021, from this year, the early this year until today. You can see the date is today now. So what is happening here? You can see time frame is H1, spread I just chose 10. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to check the performance of this robot this year. You can see the name. You must make sure that you see the name correctly, and then after that I select the test. Okay, so it's loading, as you can see now. So what it is important here is to check the graph, okay, to check how the EA performed. Did this blue account or the account was improving? So you select here, you can see that this robot blew this account. The performance of the robot is this, from $100 to 0 on the 9th, before even January ends. You can see this robot never even made it to 20 days. It even took this robot 8 days to blow the $10 account. So again, let me go and select my robot. You can see here I have RJet V1. You can see FXP. You can see this name. It's hard to change this name, especially if you don't have my source code. You can see this robot are written meter code software dot. These are the names of the organization. So mine are written FXP. So whenever you find this robot with this, you know it's mine. So I'm going to select RJet. Okay, this is the project that I'm currently working on. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on this project. So I've selected EURUSD as my tester. So H1, and then the same thing, the days and the same thing. So let me start so that you can see what's happening. As the robot loads, it's done. Then you go to graph again. You can see the performance of this robot compared to the performance of the previous robot that I just posted. You can see this robot took this account from $100 to something like near $200. It even took it to 200, but then the graph went down, the performance went down. So as you can see, just check how did this robot perform, okay, from January until this day. You can see here. So what happens with the robot, guys? There are some of the things that I would like you to also put into consideration. You have a robot, you have plugged it, but another thing, you are a human. You are smarter than these things, okay? So if I had plugged this robot, I would have made profit, as you can see here. And if I was great, I would have actually doubled the lot size or do something like that. And you can see the account never went below, let's see here, the account never went below $75, meaning that it never took this robot, it never blew the account. I can even change here. Let's say this robot was trading $50. Let me put in $50. Maybe it will blow it, I don't know. Let's see. When I say okay, now I'm trading $50. Let me select and check. It's loading. Yeah, then you can see even the $50 would have not been blown by this robot. Okay, so it means this robot can trade even $50. If you have $50, you can also trade this robot. Okay, these are the smart things. Just imagine this account was doubled here. You can even say tripled because sometimes it came here. So what I want to tell you here is that the another thing is that you are a human, you are smarter than these things. So it may happen that you know that we have news NFP or something like that, unemployment rate and stuff like that. So obviously you won't risk plugging this thing, okay? So and then there are times where you know that the spread are higher and all those things. So meaning actually this performance is just prediction, okay? You won't put this performance too much in consideration, but the performance matters. What did this robot do? So if I were to exclude news events, exclude some times of the days where you should not trade, this was gonna be a nice improvement, okay? Nice performance. This robot was gonna do better than this, because in this way it means I just plugged the robot and died or went to somewhere or something, then came back today to check the result, which is not what you are going to do. You know the news, you know some other things that you are not gonna do when trading. So what you would have done is to switch off when the news are coming and all those stuff. Maybe even closed some stupid entries. You are human, you are smart than this thing. So let's say you want to trade this robot. You have your EURUSD. You just take this thing here, drag it and drop it here. After dropping this thing here, you can see it's written FXP. You know this is my thing. Then you select common. On common, you are going to select allow live trading, and then sometimes depending on who's selling the robot, maybe they've told you that you must select these other things because they made this robot with many files. But I will say it's safe to always select all these things because you don't know where the robot comes from, okay? So after pressing OK, your robot will be here. You know mine is, you can see it's not smiling. You want to see this thing smiling, then after that you can just press here and then you can see now it's smiling. This robot can now start taking trades on this. So the robot will take trades depending on where your time frame is. Let's say yours is H1 and stuff, then the robot will start taking trades when it sees signals, okay? Simple like that. So but about this video is about the performance, guys. Be sure that whoever is selling you these things is showing you this, okay? As you can see here, then if you are on a stupid robot, it will do account. Let me press MACD. This robot comes with this thing. Some of you that are selling you this free robot which are coming with these things. So let's wait for the result of MACD robot so that we can see the performance before we buy this robot, okay? We want to be sure, and we in most cases want the recent data. We want what does this robot do now, because if you can show me something from 2017, forex market changes all the times, okay? So you need the updated things. That's why you can see we have vision 1, vision 2. It's because we must keep on updating these things. As you can see, this thing never traded, the robot never traded. Yeah, for what reason I don't know, but if I can go back to that one, you will see it does lose, okay? You can see here two account and in a very bad way. Or I can choose another one of FXP RP project. As you can see, it's just vision 1. It's just a project. I'm still building this thing. What I want to see the account going higher so massively. I want to see this thing doing better. I'm going to reduce these losses. You can see these are losses. I'm going to make sure that I fight hard to reduce these losses as I'm going forward. So as you can see, the robot is trading very good. You can see here the same RP project robot. You can see it took account here. It never blew account, okay? So please ask your people to do this to avoid paying 80,000 for some useless things. Tell them that do a back test for me. Use a back test so that I can see. We want to see this thing performing good. We don't want to see something like where robot does this. Or maybe let me change time frame. And then the rules must be correct. You can see here it traded good, especially if you were using M50. Okay. But what matters here is that, guys, you must ask those people to do this, okay, to do the back test. You can see the account is being blown here, yeah, which is bad. So you don't want to see a robot that does this. Okay, good luck, guys.